council presentations. 3A is city manager's progress report. Larry.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. I have 4 items I want to visit with you about this evening. The first of these is the Kelly Widening project from Covell to Coffee Creek. We now have a revised time frame for this project, and that time frame involves having all the paving completed and all 4 lanes reopened to traffic by the end of May. We've adjusted that from April, basically because of weather days that have been added to the contract. What our engineering people call this is substantial completion, and it's critical for us to get to the substantial completion portion in this time frame, because we anticipate that Kelly will receive a lot of attention as we get closer and closer to the United States Senior Open that'll be the second week in Oak Tree. So we have an additional motivator to get that project done as soon as we can. This is an ODOT project, of course, and the total price tag is about $6 million. The city's share of that is about $1.2 million, or roughly the 20% that we normally have, and our share comes from the capital improvement sales tax. The second project is the Covell widening from the Fairfax Office Park to I-35. Our engineering staff has met with the project consultant recently, and we've overlaid the proposed commercial developments that are proposed adjacent to Covell and Sooner, that intersection. Those have now been overlaid onto the design plans for that project. Our staff will soon be meeting with the potential developers to discuss some possible modifications of the right-of-way requirements in that area as well. We're also updating the environmental assessment so that we can resubmit that to ODOT for their review. The estimated cost of this project is $10 million, and at this point we don't have any funding assistance identified, but our engineering staff is very optimistic that we'll still receive some funding assistance, federal funding assistance through ACOG, or the Area Council of Governments. So we anticipate that we should know something on that in the not too distant future. Excuse me. The third project is the Spring Street Trail. Excuse me. This is a multi-purpose walking, jogging, and bicycle trail. It'll be an 18-foot wide paved trail that will run to the lake, basically from the interstate area. We have responded with our written comments to the Corps of Engineers concerning the proposed environmental assessment. Our staff's also pursuing the additional federal permits that are required so that that project can be approved by the Corps and we can move forward into the bidding process. The current time frame is to bid this project in March, award the contract in April, and hopefully complete the construction in August. So we have an accelerated time frame. Hopefully we can stay with that. The estimated cost of this project is about $3.2 million for this segment. We anticipate that entire amount will probably come from the 2000 capital improvement sales tax. Naturally, the cost increased significantly when the trail was widened from 10 feet in the original design to the current 18 feet. And even though the city is putting more money in than originally anticipated, we also feel that the significant city funding will serve as evidence of the strong local commitment to this project, and hopefully attract some potential donors, private donors, for the remaining trail that is being pursued around the lake. And as you know, there's an estimate of $15 to $20 million that's needed in that area to accomplish the trail around the lake. The fourth area is sales tax, and the good news continues. We now have our 8th check of the current fiscal year, and this period of collections basically includes the last 2 weeks of December and the first 2 weeks of January. Our revenue was up about 12.5% during that period from that same period 2 years ago. And as a result, our cumulative total through 8 months is still basically about 18% above for the year. And of course, since we budgeted 6%, we're still basically 3 times above what we budgeted in terms of our budget projections. So very, very healthy economy, very, very good news. And with that, Mayor, that concludes my report, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Questions for Larry?